Hi there, I'm Nathan Horner, and today I'll be talking about special needs groups in disasters. Now, what is the correct term for people with special needs? The correct term for people with disabilities is functional and access needs. It is defined as a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more of the major life activities. Which life activities do you per se? It's not just the people in wheelchairs and the ill. Functional and access needs also include life activities for which we take for granted, such as walking, breathing, hearing, and working. Has there been any legislation passed recently about people with disabilities? Yes. The biggest piece of legislation gone through the government is the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, or ADA as we know it. The ADA gives legal terms and rights to persons with disabilities, such as unemployment and transportation. Special needs shelters are an interesting point to the people with disabilities. They're designed to help people with these functional needs and challenges during disaster times and evacuation. The biggest problem, not all people with these functional needs go to these special needs shelters. This causes all sorts of problems, including not having the proper equipment and medication to supply for them. The first group I'd like to look at are geriatrics. Geriatrics is known as taking care of the older population. The elder population sometimes want to stay put at their current location during disasters and evacuation processes. Many are on medication, some are on multiple medications. This poses a problem if needing to be evacuated. If it's not readily accessible, they're not going to have their medication. Also, are they physically sound to be evacuated and away for a long period of time? Most elderly people are okay at their home, but if they leave for a long period of time, they might not be stable enough to sustain life. Nursing homes is an interesting kind of subgroup to this geriatrics. During evacuation, the amount of effort and planning it takes to move these patients is a lot. Location is an interesting fact. They have to find either a new nursing home or one of these functional areas to where they can actually move them. If they don't find it, they have nowhere to go. Feeding is also another one. Most people in nursing homes are fed either with tubes or with special equipment. If they don't have these equipments there, then how are they going to get fed? And the amount of help also is interesting. If there's not enough people there to help at these places, how will they get the 24/7 care that they need, and how will they sustain life? Lastly, mental illness is also an interesting fact. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, 26.2% of the American population deals with a mental health disorder, many of which don't have more than a month's supply of medication. So what happens to people when they run out of medication? Have you ever seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you guys, and see you guys later.